think it's like traditionally. I think it just goes with everything around you. You know what I'm saying? My mom, single mother, raised 5 boys.
Okay.
So I grew up with my 4 brothers,
Yeah.
and my mom could not articulate herself to us. So where do you learn how to communicate?
Right.
Me and my brothers, when we argued, it was always fights.
Oh.
So where did we learn how to communicate?
Right.
My dad wasn't in the picture, whether it be locked up, school, or just living in another crib.
Right.
And my dad talks to us and is very honest with us, but like it's all about how you communicate with each other. Like my parents were very honest with us, but it's how you communicate with somebody. And then when you're a kid, you soak up that the way you talk to
Exactly.
people, the way you're spoken to, and the way you hear other people's talk to. Now, when I'm younger, is it okay for a boy to cry at school? Never.
I
It
was
was
taught
never
not-
okay for
yeah.
you to cry.
Right. But
Never.
But this was like that's that's one way.
I'm not saying it's not okay. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
when you're at school or something like that, you're gonna be made fun of.
Yeah.
You're gonna, you're a little girl, you're a little pussy, da 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 da. When you go home, depending on who your parents are, your father might sock you if he sees a tear come out
OD.
your
Right.
your mother might sock you.
Right.
Sisters,
Mhm.
brothers, all this stuff. So we're taught not to
Show emotions.
Show emotions.
Correct.
But I think, like you said, I think it's also how you were taught to show that emotion. Because, like I said, I'm gonna fuck the guy up, but I'm not texting him no bullshit. Because what the fuck is
Yeah.
that doing?
So
I'm expressing myself to my girl, like, yo, you really hurt me. That's fucked up what you did to me. I loved you. I thought you had my back.
Mhm.
Get your shit and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's another way.
But
to express your emotion.
another man might not even say like it's worth fighting. Like you could sit up there and have a man-to-man conversation with this other dude who is infiltrating your situation.
Or attempt-
Right.
yeah.
Or attempting to.
So the crack to slip in that relationship.
Yeah, so like everybody handles situations differently. You know what I'm saying? You could be somebody who's never been in a fight before. You're gonna go fucking look for this nigga?
Right.
True.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
I know a guy genuinely. One time, his girlfriend, he told me his girlfriend had gotten just like a picture of like some heart eyes sent to her, and
Okay.
the guy lost it. Like the guy literally lost it. Like this doesn't show.
You heard of a guy?
Yeah, I heard of a guy, and what happened? And so
we know a guy
The
like
guy,
Zing.
yeah. So our genuine friend, our mutual friend. My
Mutual friend.
apologies, mutual friend.
Sure it's not a relative?
He saw
Oh
the
man.
he saw the individual, and he
A
came back and
alternate
told
persona?
us, yeah, and he lost it. Like we literally thought he was gonna go to jail. Like when we saw him, his knuckles were all bloodied and everything because
Oh,
he didn't associate like
Conversation.
conversation. Like
I
he
remember
didn't
who
think
you.
he didn't
I think I
associate that
remember the person
situation.
you're talking about.
Yeah, he didn't associate that moment with conversation.
Now,
Good guy, just a
now,
loose
now
cannon.
to speak on that,
Okay.
that goes back to who taught you how to fucking communicate.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Who taught you how to handle your feelings?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in movies, TV shows, and in real life, it's okay for girls to cry on each other's shoulders, hug each other, and all this
True,
other stuff.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
It's okay
actually-
for them to say I love you. It's okay for them to check up on you and all this
Yep.
other stuff. But if you tell another man I love you, there's probably gonna be like I love you, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to make
Just
some,
to man
you
it
gotta
up.
make it
Yeah,
masculine.
you got
you know what I'm saying?
masculine.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm
that-
saying?
Bro,
that's
you-
not,
like,
You
Even
know,
a
if
hug,
you want to
like,
give
even a
your man a
hug.
hug, there's a dap.
It's a dap, then
And
a
there's
hug.
like your
Yeah.
arm is there
True.
because there can't be no
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
you know
Those are
you're not
facts.
allowed to feel.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I'm
how
saying?
are we gonna teach our kids and knowing this?
Some-
Well, luckily for me, I have a daughter, so it's easy.
some
it's
people are
easy
just-
for me to show that
Right.
love.
Yeah.
And it's
So you gotta-
scary because
what-
even
what if you get a boy though?
If I end up having a boy, I'm gonna be with my son the way my father was.
Mhm.
You know, my dad didn't.
Honest.
My dad wasn't like that with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My dad didn't say like, "Oh, you're not allowed to cry." My dad didn't say you're not allowed
Okay,
to
oh,
feel.
so he didn't
you know what I'm
do
saying?
that.
My dad wasn't like that. It's just that he wasn't in the picture.
right,
Mhm.
right.
So if he's not there with you 24/7, where you getting it from?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what-
Following actions at a young age is different from listening. When you're younger,
Yeah.
you emulate what you see, not so much what's being told to you. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, yeah.
Until you get older, then you can start thinking for yourself. And I think
So
like
how
even
you gonna
now,
do
it's-
that with your boy? Then?
it's scary because even when I talk to you guys or I talk to like Joe, I talk to Joe and we talk about like my future and like having kids and stuff like that. You know, my main concern is like, yo, I want to get my kid into football. You know, I want him to do things that I didn't get a chance to do or experience certain things. And now that we're having this conversation, it dawned on me that I never thought, what would my kid like? You know, like I want, like, what if my kid tells me, Dad, I want to get into dancing?
Right.
Yeah. So
My initial
We
reaction
asked that
probably would
question
be
in the
look at him,
in the chat.
and I'd be like, You mean like dancing to learn how to get better at football? Right?
Yo,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
then,
is that fair to
but
them?
then if you
Yeah.
ask that question, now it's like you already showing your future son, like,
Exactly.
damn, like he don't believe in me
Exactly.
or doesn't like what I like.
Exactly.
So now I can't tell dad the shit that I like.
Exactly.
No more.
That already
So that's what I'm
creates a
saying.
rift in
So
the
what are you
relationship.
gonna do?
It's something that I'm gonna have to learn on the
To
way. I'm
learn.
gonna be
Yeah,
honest
absolutely.
with you. I'm
You
gonna have to
gotta
learn
learn.
as I
I
go. but
feel
I'm
like
gonna
a
try.
lot of people wasn't blessed at the beginning to like
Think about
have an outlet to
Mhm.
express themselves.
Okay, I understand what
You
you're
know what I'm
saying.
saying?
And then
Like,
when you
know,
do, you
luckily,
get whiplash.
but luckily, times are changing. We won't have to really worry about, such, archaic methods, When
Mhm.
somebody like finally traps me, with a kid,
I mean, he said
I
trap.
feel like I want my kid to express himself.
Right.
I want
Yeah.
my kid to find him an outlet where he can express himself.
Yeah.
Whether it be him doing something violent, him playing some type of sports, or even, the arts. You feel me?
Mhm.
I want a generation where all that is,
Acceptable.
Yeah.
and-
accepted
yeah.
and embraced.
not,
You feel me?
exactly, and it's not looked down
Because
upon.
if it's not, then we're just left to be on a path of destruction, bro. And
I
that shit is
agree.
whack.
I
Agree.
That shit is whack,
Totally.
bro.
Well, because we got a few minutes left.
Yeah,
what
you? What you trying to teach your kid?
I'm teaching him whatever I can. Like, I know we definitely watching anime together if he's into that. Like,
nah, fuck that,
You
bro.
feel
You watching
me?
What I'm
anime
saying is
regardless.
regardless
watch-
of emotions, like 'cause remember,
emotions.
it's passed on, right?
But I
Yeah.
even think that is good.
Well-
Like, yeah, we might not have had like father figures around or just like stable relationships with parents or whatever. But not to sound crazy, but like I think that we were lucky enough to be blessed to foster friendships the way we have. Like I learned from you guys often. Like
Yeah, I say the same
like
thing.
I
I
even
agree.
like even like when I talk to Joe, like sometimes I hit up Joe and I be like, yo, bro, I need your guidance. Like I don't even like that's how I preface this. I'm like, yo, bro, I need your guidance. You understand? And I'm just open.
You sure it's
understand?
not like, yo, bro, peep game? You sure it don't start off
Peep
like
game,
that?
peep
All right,
nah,
all
peep
right.
game. Nah, he knows.
All right,
When I
all right.
ask for
That's-
God,
that's
it's different.
that's
but
when you
peep
know-
game,
that's when you know
it's about
some-
to, yo,
some-
bro, peep game, something's about to go down.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But and I think
need your
that
advice.
helps
This is-
too,
this is
and it
about to
helps.
happen.
It helps mature us in a way where we can take that down. So like I'm
Right.
pretty sure when I have kids and I get married, Tiffany's gonna have like 8,000 people on her side of the family. I'm probably gonna have 10, and it's gonna be you guys. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? So it's not. So the relationships that I foster, like I take them genuinely. So I think that's gonna help my children because I'm gonna make sure my children. Oh, you want to learn how to play ball? I can't play ball for shit, but you know who can play ball? Justin E.
Right,
You wanna learn how
right.
to play
That's
football?
exactly
you wanna,
what I would
you,
do.
You want to learn how to hit people in football? Oh, you want to learn how to play wide receiver? Okay, Joseph, you got to take my son and play football.
Right,
I can't
right.
teach him how to catch the ball.
Right.
So I think that helps.
If your son wanna articulate himself with words,
like,
bro,
bro,
send him to Uncle Richie,
Of course,
bro.
pa,
There
of
you
course.
go.
Tell you,
There you
bro.
go.
Rose Gold Rich got words for days. You heard?
Or Chris.
Rich the
Nah,
poet.
Nope. But yeah, Phil, what about you, bro? Because I know your perspective on the matter might be a little different.
So I'm gonna try to.
Or do you
cut
not
this
wanna
down
talk
like
about
in a
that right
minute.
now?
Well,
Okay.
our time is pretty much done already. But
Oh, wow.
so
That's fast.
I'm
How
gonna
about-
just
How about them Giants?
chill. Don't bring sports into this right
Nah,
now
man,
because
you
that's a
gotta
long
wrap-
convo.
you gotta wrap it up.
We gotta wrap
You
it
gotta
up.
hit this up.
So
What you was
I mean, I'll
saying?
probably get back to it later, but I
What
can't
you-
really think about it right now. Like whatever happens in the future, I'll try my best to teach him everything my father taught me. Like my father was a quiet man, but
Mhm.
once he spoke, like his shit was real. Like
Yeah.
I listened. So
Yeah.
that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be like that as well. I learned a lot from like Fresh Prince and Family Matters and stuff. So
Shout out
I'm gonna
Will
try to
Smith.
be like, I'm gonna try to my best to be like Will Carlton
Yeah.
and all these people that inspire me. I kind of combine
I'll
that.
be damned if my son's looking at his uncle and asking him why he don't want me.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's-
let some
that's-
foul
that's-
shit like
that's
that happen,
timeless.
bro.
Yeah.
It's timeless.
Indeed.
You just gotta be mindful of the messages you're conveying, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Indeed.
And also make sure you want them to be better than you.
Oh yeah, always.
I
That's
don't-
always the
I don't
goal.
want my child to be like me at all.
Yeah, that's always the goal.
Strive
Definitely.
for excellence so your children can strive even harder, you know?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
how it is.
And on that note, that was wise words from Rich and
Always.
everybody else. You feel me? So I appreciate y'all for being here. Hopefully, y'all come to another episode of The Wrong Side of 30. You
Yo,
feel me?
man, just let me know, bro.
Yeah,
I'm in the
appreciate
area,
y'all.
bro.
Bad.
Thank you.
Cool. Appreciate y'all, man. On the next one.
No incriminating evidence was found. Good.